General, is there anything I can help you with?
Is Her Majesty free to see me? I'm ready to discuss further steps.
She is indeed. Let me inform our allies.
Well then, let us pick up where we left off. You managed to find answers to all of our questions. That is commendable. We are facing a group of rogue sleepers called the Dark Crescent, who are trying to bring the God of Light back into our world to invoke an ancient Aliani prophecy, Jakku. And apparently, Jakku depends on 4 people who the God of Light has made his tools, with or without their knowledge. Am I correct, Kayawu?
The corrupted, yes. If we stop them, we stop Jakku. At least I hope so.
Which leads us back to the big question. How do we figure out who the corrupted are? Lacane was one, that much is certain. And the masked woman, in all likelihood, is one too. But the other 2? We are still guessing. Not to mention that we still do not know if the Dark Crescent has a base of operations of sorts. And if yes, where it is.
Your men are still on the Crescent's tail, aren't they, Catrus?
Like a priest chasing the hem of a virgin's skirt, yeah. But so far, all we know is that the Crescent are running around Calibrock, Greyfell and Everlight, breaking into homes and stores as though they're looking for something. All this while they're roaming the country, siphoning people for this hoard of souls. According to my reports, they raised at least 2 more villages. One in Northander, one in La.
All the more reason to find out where they are hiding.
As I said, we're on it.
Raith, when we came back from the Howling Steps, didn't you say you might have an idea how to...
Figure out the corrupted identities. Yes, I was just about to come to that. It's a shot in the dark, but probably our best option. Your Majesty, may I?
Please.
Good. Remember when I told you of the Tapestry of Souls? An ocean of lights in darkness, representing every consciousness. If my theory is right, these corrupted souls would look and feel different than normal ones. Anomalies. If I was somehow able to glance into the tapestry long enough, I might be able to identify them. There's only one problem. Doing this would require a great deal of magical energy.
Could we call back the other circle mages to help you?
Can we afford to lose that much time? No, I think there's a different way. The Jade Staff. It's an artifact a Hibernian prince used for his experiments. All the sources point to a temple in Old-Halu up north. What could make this expedition even more worthwhile is that this Hibernian prince is reputed to have been fascinated with the Veil and other realities. Maybe we could also find new information about the God of Light there.
Do you think the Hibernians knew something about the God of Light?
It's possible, considering the God of Light figures in many of Eo's religions. I guess we'll see.
So we have to retrieve the artifact from Old-Halu in order for you to identify the corrupted.
Try to identify the corrupted. As I said, I can't guarantee this will work. What do you think, Your Majesty?
It seems like our best option. Go then. The quartermaster will provide you with the resources for the expedition. And whatever you do, be careful. A Hibernian temple that's been vacant for so long is apt to be dangerous.
War after war.
Let's get this over with.
Take them out!
The journey to Old-Halu starts off well, but soon becomes arduous. The hot, humid air of the leaf-shade forest covers your skin in sweat, so that you quickly feel as though you're traveling wrapped in wet blankets. As you retire to your tent on the 3rd day of your journey, you slip into a deep dream.
Would you look at that? The fabled General Erev is back once again. Color me impressed. 3 years of scratching the surface, and now you're finally ready to go deeper. Why, I wonder? No, don't say anything. It's because the people out there trust you once again, isn't it? If only they knew. If only you knew. Either way, you're not here to hear me talk. You're here to proceed with the charade. Let's see, where were we? Right. You and I were on our way to Cabo to meet your Colonel Rickus. But then, as we approached the village, we saw the smoke.
Guardians. What's this?
No.
Ma'am, come. We need to get back to...
They're dead. Egosh, Naima, Yera, they're all dead. And aren't these your soldiers, General? That colonel you sent ahead?
Yes, that's him.
But how, Guardians, how? You said the orcs wouldn't arrive before nightfall. You promised us.
I don't know, ma'am. I just don't know. Something must have...
Wait, Kieran. He's marching for Cabo as we speak, isn't he? If that orcish horde is already here, they'll come for them next. We have to go back to the outpost, General, now. We have to find my son before the orcs find...
There never was a treasury, was there?
Guardians!
Oh, come on. Don't give me that look. Did you really think you could fool us that easily?
What are you talking about?
Tava!
This is it. Attack! They must be done. Move in.
Ma'am, are you okay? Tava?
They got me.
Damn it. Don't talk. You have to conserve your strength. We need to get you back to the outpost. Hang in there, okay?
Kieran, no, we have to warn him.
Yes.
Almost there, and still so far from the truth. Oh, come on. Do you really think that's how the story ends? You saved me, saved my son, and that's it? No, General. It's not that simple. It never is.
Like before, you spend the rest of the night staring at the ceiling. As the reveille sounds, you're the first back to the horses. Halfway through the day's journey, you pass a village, bathed in crimson from the autumn leaves. Still weary from the lack of sleep, you don't realize that something's amiss until one of your soldiers returns from within the palisades, skin pale, lips trembling. The Crescent. You follow the man to the town square, where the villagers stand gathered, frozen, their eyes devoid of life. They were siphoned. Sergeant Rolkin falls into step beside you. "We better find these corrupted, General," he says. "We better find them fast."
Well then, it's just us from here on out.
Is it just me, or does this place feel, well, jittery?
What do you mean?
It's as if it's really hard to focus. If that Hibernian prince really experimented with the veil in different realities, that might be the reason.
Possible. Now let's find that staff. And we should keep an eye out for anything else that might help us. If that prince studied the God of Light, there might also be writings worth looking into.
Rara, can I ask you something? Why did you stay out at sea? Why didn't you go home?
Stones. Right into the deep stuff, huh? I guess after chasing down pirates, the idea of returning to an ordinary life wasn't that exciting. And I did go home, once I heard Malik needed my help.
And that was enough for you? Chasing pirates?
Aye, for the time being. Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious.
Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Let's be quick! Move in.
So, what's the plan? Nowhere to run now.
Stay close.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure. A barrier.
That prince was quite fond of his riddles, wasn't he?
That's what the Hibernians are known for, isn't it? Mechanisms, dragons, and traps. Let's see if we can find a way to open it. What's this?
Try to keep up.
This way.
Aye.
Take them out!
Keep it up. Look out!
Of course.
Out of the way.
You know the way, right?
Interesting.
Ugh, cramp.
That's a big one.
Here goes nothing.
What do we have here?
I'm here.
We should move. I'll catch up.
That way?
Consider it done.
Yes.
You got it. Sure.
No one lives
To the grave. At once.
Keep it up.
You know the way, right?
Interesting. What's this?
Lead on then.
This way.
What do you need? Of course.
Yes?
Yes?
You were saying?
What is it? Interesting. Over here.
All right, Rara. Say this plan of yours works.
Here we go again.
How do you know getting rid of Arrakis and his supporters is the solution? Sometimes you have to dig deeper to root out the true problem.
Aye, sometimes. But why scrap the ship if all you need to do is correct your course? I'd rather try the option that causes less turmoil first.
Blazes.
Watch for its arm!
Over here. This way.
Attack!
I'm listening.
Try to
I'll catch
keep
up.
Sure.
We can take them.
This is it.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Is that the best you can do? Not yet!
Get ready.
Keep it up.
Here we go.
Not yet! This ends now.
Make it good. They are fools to challenge us. Yes, so it must be. Really?
All right, here goes
Let's
nothing.
do this.
Sounds like a plan. Get ready.
What do you want?
Yes. Fair enough. Let's do this. That way? Here we go.
This ends
Sounds like a
now.
plan. All right, here goes nothing.
What do you need?
Get ready.
Out of the
No
way.
way, right?
It must be done. Is that the best you can do?
Just give the word.
What do we have here?
Old-Halu. Almost every seasoned adventurer has a tale or two to tell about the Hibernian ruins and the treasures that supposedly lie within. They are dark tales, filled with the danger of ancient magic and the lure of untold riches. None who venture there and back can quite explain the sense of unease that permeates the place. Perhaps it's the legacy of an early grave, or the silence of a dead civilization. Or perhaps it is even the temple itself.
Aye. I'll catch up.
Let's be quick!
Really?
Sure.
Lead on then.
This looks as though it belongs to some kind of mechanism, doesn't it?
Yes. Do you see those empty sockets? It seems to be missing something.
What's this?
Take a look around, see what you like. Oh, that'll do.
Stay close.
So tell me, Rera, what plans do your rebels have for weeding out your enemies?
Our enemies? What do you mean?
The people. Arrakis rose to power because of the people who share his views. If you want your rebellion to succeed, you'll also need to deal with the populace. Stamp out their ideology.
No, we're not going to turn on our own people. Controlling what people think isn't the answer. If the king leads, the people will follow.
Let me know how that goes.
What do we have here?
That stone looks like it could fit into the altar sockets, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's give it a try. Yes.
At once. What do you need?
What's this?
Check it out. You were saying?
Interesting.
Of course.
Sure.
What do we have here?
Kill the Spectre!
You got it.
Stay close.
Sounds like a plan.
Over here. Out of the way.
That way?
Interesting.
Take them out!
here?
There we go. Perfect fit.
Interesting.
I'll catch up.
This way.
Ugh, cramp.
Keep it up.
At once. Sure.
Big one. Careful.
And the Jade Staff.
You know the
This
way,
way.
right?
Let's be quick.
I'll catch up. Take them out.
Try to keep up. So it must be.
Just give her a word.
Good work. Let's take a look at the staff.
Sure it won't blow up or throw a lightning bolt right into our faces. Because this temple seemed to have a tendency to do so.
We have to take our chances. Go ahead. What do we have here?
Uh-huh.
So this is it.
How does it feel?
Powerful. And somewhat similar to when the masked woman used the Horde of Souls in that village.
Makes sense. Both are filled to the brim with magical energy. We'll need to be extremely careful handling it.
We will be. Anyway, we're done here. Let's find a way back to the surface. Our troops must be getting worried.
War after war. While the Wolf Guard is in good spirits, thanks to the success of your mission, for you, the journey back to Greykeep turns into an arduous trial. The nightmares are back. Again and again, you find yourself in your study in Imperia, hands ablaze, your skin melting off like wax. Seconds later, you're awake and screaming. As you try to make sense of the nightmares, your thoughts keep returning to your encounters with the strange light figure. The light. Feed the light.
Time to file a report. I should request an audience with the Queen.
Are you deaf? I demand to speak to her.
You know very well that's not possible. Now step back, sir.
Or what? You gonna arrest me? I served the crown when you were still sucking at your mother's teat, boy. Don't you tell me.
Commander Reinhold, please. The Queen will listen to what you have to say, but not now.
What was that about?
Didn't you hear? The Queen sent him into retirement for what happened at the Golden Road, but he just won't accept it.
So, let me summarize. The Hibernian prince wanted the God of Light to create another reality for him. That's what his experiments were about?
According to the research notes the archaeologists dug up after we left, yes, the Jade Staff was an offering.
So, Shiog-Dead can not only destroy, but also create new worlds. That's unsettling.
Unsettling? It's incredible. A way to create and enter a reality where everything could be different. I mean, just imagine the implications. Your Majesty, I will research this. It's too valuable to ignore.
I want to mend this world, Skadar, not abandon it for another. Fascinating as this may be, the fact is that the God of Light's interest in our world is not creation, but erasure. You may research this later, with the Circle's help if you want. Right now, I need you to do what we agreed on. Use the staff's energy to search the Tapestry of Souls for the corrupted. How long before you can do so?
A day. 2 at most.
Good. Be as quick about it as you can. Vertarth, you mentioned your men found more information on the Dark Crescent's whereabouts?
Not their whereabouts, but their activities. It seems that they're raiding temples and libraries across Fiara. Seems like they're looking for something called the Temple of Light.
Sounds like a place of worship devoted to Sheegdad.
You win the prize. The name could be a coincidence, but somehow I find that unlikely. Though it's worth noting that we couldn't find mention of this temple anywhere else. And most scholars we asked only gave us a funny look when we dropped the name.
A forgotten temple, then.
Forgotten, or never discovered.
That can't be good. Kaiawu, do the writings on Jakku mention anything about such a temple? It might play a role in the prophecy.
None that I know of. Has the Crescent already located this temple, Sir Catras?
If they had, they wouldn't be looking for their other prize. An archaeologist by the name of Gilber Mercal. A few days ago, they ransacked his place in Greyfell. My men confronted them, but it seems they didn't find the archaeologist himself. What they did find, however, were various writings on this mysterious Temple of Light. My guess is that he's an expert on the subject.
So the Crescent is trying to find Miracle because they think he'll lead them to the temple.
If your men found some of his research notes, was there anything useful about the Temple of Light?
Oh, not really. Just a bunch of dear diary entries where he goes on and on about how no one respects his work or believes that this temple really exists. But we'll keep looking.
Wait, if the Crescent is after this temple, wouldn't that be our chance to catch them if we find it first?
A trap? Good thinking, General.
You are right. Then let us hope we do find the temple before the Crescent does. Catras, set all your men on that trail, and hire more if it helps. We will provide the coin. The conclave is concluded. Skadar, let us know when you are ready to perform the ritual. We need to act fast.
I will. And General, please come and see me if you have a moment. There's something I want to discuss.
Over here. Stay close. Yes? Out of the way.
There you are. Finally. We did as you asked. Seems you were right. The intelligence have claimed the 2 bodies you described.
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, you're not.
Here's your money. You can go.
Wait, you're Skadar? My friend told me.
You can go, bloody amateurs.
What was that about? He mentioned bodies? The intelligence?
My son and my wife, yes. I never properly buried them after the Bloodburn took them. I hired this fool and his friend to investigate a rumor. Apparently, the intelligence recently started combing villages that were affected by it.
Combing them for what?
Bodies. For necromancy and study. In other words, my son and my wife are probably serving the Exalted Father's mages as undead slaves now.
What do you plan on doing?
Nothing. There's nothing I can do.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. Anyway, you're probably here for the ritual, aren't you?
Yes. Are you ready to perform it?
I am. Just tell me when. General.
You still owe me an explanation for what happened in Calibrock. Who was Zayath? And what does she have to do with the death of your family?
And here I was hoping you'd forgotten about it. Fine. I promised you the truth, didn't I? I can tell you, but it's not exactly an uplifting story. Also, I imagine you have better things to do.
I want to know my allies. I helped you in Calibrock, so at least tell me what this is about.
As you wish. Come, let's talk somewhere else. Somewhere with less people around.
Atop the mammoth stronghold of Greykeep sits King's Vantage, a gathering place of merchants, servants, and nobles alike. From here, the high towers of the keep encircle the terrace, a grove of stone jutting out from the city below. Beyond, the vast countryside of Nortender stretches to the far horizon, a view that both reminds and inspires those who defend it.
Well then, you've heard about the Bloodburn, haven't you?
Yes.
Good. Then you know it only affected people who weren't magically gifted. I already told you in La that my family, my wife, and my boy died from the Bloodburn. What you don't know, though, is that I could have prevented it. I thought Zayath was responsible, but she was right. I'm to blame. To make it short, when the Bloodburn first surfaced, I refused to see it for what it really was. When the rest of our village fled, I forced my family to stay. And when it hit a week later, it happened fast. I didn't notice because I'm a mage and it didn't affect me. But when I got back home from the laboratory, my wife, Jerobi, and my son, Atros, greeted me at the doorstep. Their eyes swollen and their foreheads burning with fever.
Why didn't you flee with the others?
Well, what I told Jerobi was that the rumors were superstitious nonsense. A plague that spreads through a song in the wind. Nonsense.
Only that wasn't the full truth.
Mostly I ignored it because I was too absorbed with myself. All I cared about was my work. My experiments. I was on the verge of a breakthrough, and had I abandoned the laboratory, they would have failed. So I rationalized the danger, and stayed. I spent the next fortnight watching them die. And there was nothing I could do. All my life I'd spent studying the nature of life and death. Yet they withered away right before my eyes.
You're a mage. Did you try to heal them?
Of course I did. But it was pointless. And even though I tried to tell myself otherwise, I knew it the moment they opened that door.
Huh. And that's when you broke ties with the realm?
Oh, I didn't break ties. I just ran. To tell you the truth, I don't even remember. It was all blurry. Fragments. I must have spent at least a moon in my home, drinking myself to oblivion. When I finally came to my senses, I was lying in an abandoned fisherman's hut somewhere in the swamps, covered in dirt and bug bites.
That must have been just weeks before you met Tahar, right?
Yes. Have you ever lost someone, General? Someone who was the world to you?
Not like you have, no.
Then you can't know how it feels. That kind of pain. It never goes away. Every day it's like I'm walking through this fog. And while I know I'm alone, I can still see their silhouettes up ahead, reminding me of what once was, and what could have been if I hadn't murdered them. Syath was also an intelligence scholar, and we worked together in the laboratory. Just a few weeks before I came here, I found out that she'd been to a village the Bloodburn had infested long before it came to ours. So I shifted the blame onto her. Had she told me how dangerous the Bloodburn was, I would have fled with the others, I told myself. It was nonsense, of course, and she was right. I ignored the warning signs even when they became so evident that she left. And all because I was too arrogant to abandon my research. I killed them.
You didn't kill them, Raith. You made a mistake.
The result's the same.
It will get better in time.
I doubt that. I guess if there really is a silver lining to everything, then mine is that their death made me realize something. Ultimately, we're on our own. As long as you make your purpose for living something outside of your control, you're doomed to lose it all eventually. I'll never make that mistake again. Anyway, I've been rambling on for too long. I hope I satisfied your curiosity, General. I will see you on the next mission.
Yes. What's this?
General.
No point postponing the inevitable any longer. Let's perform the ritual.
Okay.
As you enter the Hall of Justice, a queasy feeling arises in your stomach. Part nervousness, part premonition. Whether it's from the immense energy radiating off the turquoise staff Raith carries wrapped in an embroidered piece of cloth, or because of the significance of this place, you cannot say. This is where Rondar Lacane started Jakku by letting the God of Light enter our world. And it's here that you'll put an end to it.
Good. I think I'm ready.
Then do it. Find the corrupted.
I will.
Tiara's breath. That energy. Raith, can you see them?
I'm trying. Yes. Yes, there's one. That's her. That's the masked woman.
Where is she? Where are they hiding?
I'm still... Nor's claws. She's here, General. The masked woman is here.
What? What the?
No! No! She's draining! Ah!
Rich harvest. Deal with them.
Sleepers! Yes, Crescent.
Hi. We can take them. All right. Here goes nothing. Just give the word. Sounds like a plan.
You were saying? What do you need?
think we did it. It's over.
And the Jade Staff is gone.
But no. How did she get into the keep? And what did she do?
That's a damn good question.
She redirected the energy from the ritual into the Horde of Souls. That's what she did. As to how she got in here, no idea. There are supposed to be protection runes that prevent people from teleporting in and out of the keep whenever they feel like it. There must be...
The Crescent! They've infiltrated the fortress!
Of course. To the Queen, quick!
As you reach King's Vantage, you find it in a state of chaos. 3 Wolfguard fight 2 sleepers under the pavilion, and a group of soldiers struggle with a pack of siphoned harrying them. Adrenaline lending you speed, you make for the throne room.
To the Queen! Quick!
Your Majesty.
They are dead.
Is that...
Commander Reinhold.
the commander who led the caravan that got ambushed? He's behind this?
Behind what? Talk to me, General. What happened in the Hall of Justice?
A lot.
So the staff is destroyed? And we still do not know the identities or whereabouts of the corrupted?
Well, I saw something. But the memory is gone. We can only hope that it comes back.
Even if it does, the staff's energy filled the Horde of Souls to the brim. Whatever the Crescent is planning to do with it, they'll do it a lot sooner than expected.
And you let them in. You let the masked woman into Greykeep.
That's correct, Your Majesty. I did.
Why?
Do you really have to ask? Because you betrayed me first.
Betrayed? Wait. This is about the Golden Road incident? Because the Queen demoted you?
Demoted? You discarded me. I would have given my life for the crown, but you threw me away like an old pair of boots. And all because I messed up once and left that bloody caravan unguarded.
The Golden Road was not the first of your failures.
We all make mistakes. Except they earned some people in this room a position in the Wolf Guard, and others, one in the gutter.
Aye, so tragic. In other words, an early pension was reason enough for you to sell us out to the Crescent.
I would have sold you out to a horde of the undead if they'd made me the same offer. I don't give a damn about the masked woman, the corrupted, or that stupid Jakku. I did this because I wanted to see this bloody fortress burn. And they were my best bet.
Unconscious. What now, Your Majesty? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me like we're well and truly done for.
Not yet. First of all, we need to take care of the attackers. Teleport runes don't reach that far, so the masked woman must still be nearby. Possibly at one of the Crescent's hideouts.
They might have set up camp near Greyfell. If so, we might still catch them.
Them and the Horde of Souls. Mobilize the guard as fast as you can, then head to the Golden Road. We will make sure all the assassins are dealt with in the meantime.
Understood. We won't fail you.
War after war has scarred. The air is still, and the sky a piercing blue. There's silence among the Wolf Guard as you ride towards King's Crossing. Previously, the Crescent were a shrouded threat, silhouettes moving in the dark. Now, they've stepped out from the shadows and taken the fight to your home.
General, thank the Guardians you're here. What about the Queen? Is she safe?
She's safe and we found the traitor. What's the situation? Any sign of the Crescent?
Any sign? They're everywhere. We haven't found their lair yet, but it can't be far. The forests are dense, but we know them, and they don't. The only problem, the crossing is enormous. We need to gain ground and expand fast before the Crescent gets too powerful. Speaking of power, I'm worried about the locals. Chances are they'll try to siphon them. There are 3 places in particular which I think they will target. Lando, a small village, King's Crossing's trading post, and the big fishery down by the river. We also noticed some of their portals showing up all over the forest. So we have to be on the lookout. My guess is that they're using them and the siphon they spawned to cover their retreat. The bridge up north that collapsed during the Purity Wars might be worth looking into to give us more attack routes. But we need to fix it before we can use it. Yeah. And that's about it. I don't need to tell you that we should expect heavy attacks. You learned that lesson in the Loranian swamp.
And we better be fast. If the masked woman gets away with the horde of souls filled to the brim, we're screwed.
Your words and Tiara's ears.
I'm seizing command. Let's teach the Crescent a lesson they won't forget.
Make it good.
Interesting.
I ride with Hiran.
I'm here.
That way?
Really?
That should work.
Building completed.
All right, then, let's get to it.
Building completed.
So much to do, so little time. Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work. Well, then. This will be a masterpiece.
Let the Taskmaster know if you need something, Corporal.
Commander, we need to stock up on stone.
Only take a second. That should work. All right, then, let's get to it. So much to do, so little time.
Building completed.
Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work. This will be a masterpiece. It will only take a second.
Of course.
What's this?
Building completed.
Keep it up.
No one lives forever.
Watch out!
Building completed.
One step closer to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
So, what's the plan? Sounds like a plan.
At once. You know the way, right?
Lead on then.
This way.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. So much to do, so little time. Chop chop, man. Let's
your
get
command.
to work.
Of course.
This will be a masterpiece.
Commander.
Yes?
Sure. Over here.
Sure. Fair enough. Let's do this.
Building completed.
Strategic. I like it.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
That should work.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
I still can't believe the commander betrayed us.
Never underestimate a man whose pride has been hurt. But I get it, you know? He messed up, yes, but demoting him for it was a little too drastic.
Building completed.
Interesting. Stay close.
Building completed.
Hi.
All right, then, let's get to it. Well then. So much to do. This will be a masterpiece.
We need to gather more wood, Commander. Building completed.
We should move. You were saying?
Let me take a second.
It must be done.
Building completed.
You got it.
One step closer to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed.
Chop, chop, man.
We need to gather more wood, Commander.
This will be a masterpiece.
What do you need?
Hi.
Keep it
I'll
up.
catch up.
More siphoned.
Blazes. To think these used to be humans and elves.
Portal! Look out!
The masked woman must have conjured them to disrupt our troops.
We won't give her a chance to. Let's close that bloody thing.
Here we go. Get ready.
Yes?
Building completed.
One step closer to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed.
Go ahead.
So much to do.
Building completed.
Well then. Let me take a second.
We need to gather more wood, Commander. Commander, we need to stock up on stone. Building completed.
What is it? Out of the way.
Sounds like a plan.
Ugh, cramp.
Building completed.
So much to do, so little time. That should work.
We need to gather more wood, Commander.
So much to do, so little time. This will be a masterpiece. Alright, then let's get to it. Well then.
Building completed. We need to gather more wood, Commander. We need to gather more wood, Commander. Building completed. We need to gather more wood, Commander.
So much to do, so little time.
Hmm?
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. Well then.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food. We need to gather more wood, Commander.
That should work. All right then, let. Well then.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Take a second.
Our population is at maximum capacity. We need to expand.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. to it.
We're being attacked!
You know the way, right?
All right, here goes nothing.
Building completed.
This will be a masterpiece.
Building completed. Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Well then, it'll only take a second. This will be a masterpiece. So much to do, so little time. Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. This will be a masterpiece.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
All right, then. Let's get to it. Aye, that should work. It'll only take a second. Aye, chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
Uh-huh.
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Well then. All right, then. Let's get to it. This.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food. Building completed.
Let's get to work. Aye, that should work. This will be a masterpiece. All right, then, let's get to it. It'll only take a second. Well, chop chop, man. Let's get to work. Aye, that should work. This will be a masterpiece. It'll only take a second.
Our smiths need more iron. Our population is at maximum capacity. We need to expand.
Chop chop, man.
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
That should work. Well then. This will be a masterpiece.
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Yes.
Take a second. This will be a masterpiece.
I'll catch up.
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Blazes. You see that?
They are siphoning the villagers. Quick, we need to do something.
So, what's
They're
the
not
rate?
getting away.
Just give the word.
Attack!
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Is that the best you can do?
What do you need?
Crescent. Move in. It must be done.
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
See me if you need a breather.
Go for the eyes.
Yara's breath. What did they do? It felt as though they were...
Someone will explain, but not now. Just don't leave the village until we tell you.
Certainly. And I thought...
You were saying?
Yes.
Let's be quick.
Let's do this.
This is it.
One step closer to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
So, what's the plan? That way?
Of course.
Sure. This way. Out of the way. One step closer to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Yes? Lead on, then. No one lives forever.
Nowhere to run now.
Building completed.
There. That's the Crescent's hideout.
Let's hit them hard.
Your graves are calling.
We're being attacked!
Attack!
Our workers are under attack.
There! They're siphoning them!
Stop them!
Is that the best you could? This heads now.
Let's be quick!
Sure.
Take them
Take them out!
Nowhere to run now.
You know the way, right?
Tiara's breath. Is it over?
Almost. Just stay inside the village until we send word.
Of course. Thank you, General. Just tell us if we can support you somehow. We don't have much, but we will do what we can.
We can take them.
We're being attacked!
This is it! Crush them! What do you need?
Here we go.
Our workers are under attack.
They must be done.
I need help over here.
Is that the best?
Attack!
Consider it done.
Nowhere to run now. Get ready.
I'm here.
Yes?
They are fools to challenge us.
That's all of them. But no trace of the masked woman or the Horde of Souls.
She must have fled when she heard the fighting. Do you see that shaft?
You think she's down there?
I think it's worth a try.
What do we have here?
As you descend into the old tomb, you feel a faint tingle on the back of your hand, as if brushed by a breeze of magic. It gets stronger the deeper you go. The Horde of Souls, imbued with the Jade Staff's magic, its energy is staggering in its vastness.
General Erev, still trying to stop the inevitable, aren't you?
We've neutralized your entire army. You're cornered.
You killed only a fraction of our forces. We are growing with every single day. You think you have it all figured out, don't you? You think that if you kill us, the God of Light will go on his merry way. You are wrong. Now let's see what you are made of, General Erev. Fight me.
What do you need?
This is it.
Not bad, General. Not bad.
I'm listening.
Take them out!
We should move. All right, here goes nothing. Let's do this. Get ready.
By the... what is this?
A paralysis spell, imbued with the energy of the Horde. The end of our little game. I wanted to probe your powers, and now I have.
Even if you kill us, you'll still lose. We've defeated your entire army.
We did suffer casualties, yes. But we're far from defeated, General. Also, we got what we came here for. Your staff has been destroyed, and the Horde has been fed. Jakku is closer to being fulfilled than it ever has been.
Like you tested and murdered Tahar?
So you know. No, I merely ended the suffering. You should have seen Tahar's soul when we met. Numb and raw, fragile and intense, shredded by the horrors of the past. For Tahar, life had become a torture. All I did was end the pain.
End the pain? For fuck's sake, you're a murderer! At least have the decency to admit it!
Alathiel, isn't it? Shouldn't you, of all people, know that I'm right? You knew how troubled Tahar was. You see, for people like the Betrayer's child, there's no chance of getting better. Their souls are too damaged, and all that awaits them are years and years of pain. I spared Tahar that pain. Though, of course, protecting our mission in its early stages was also a factor. I couldn't risk anyone learning about what we were doing. Not back then.
Wait. Whatever you think your reasons are, Sheokdet is controlling you. You're corrupted, just like Rondar Lacane was.
I know.
You what?
I know I'm corrupted. But that doesn't mean that I'm not in control of my actions. I serve the God of Light because I choose to.
Do you really believe that?
I do. Remind me, General Erev, what happened in Empiria? That one mysterious day you lost your entire division and the town you were supposed to protect.
How do you know about that?
It's not hard to find the records if you have the right sources. Also, I'm a dream weaver, and you're like an open book. Now tell me, what happened?
I was trying to protect Cavil and failed. That's what happened.
So you're still suppressing the full truth. Interesting. You see, General, I don't doubt your good intentions. Which is why, when the people of Cavil and your soldiers fell under the axes of the Orcs, they did so as a result of you thinking you were doing the right thing. Now, you may have an excuse for why it happened that way. In war, people die. You made a mistake. The Orcs killed the people, not you. However, what you fail to see is that suffering is simply the result of conscious existence. It's what mankind does.
What are you talking about? That's nonsense.
Is it? Look at this world, General. Beggars starve under the feet of the rich. Soldiers die for their tyrants' greed. Plagues wipe out cities. Existence creates suffering. It's a simple equation. Therefore, the only logical solution to end the perpetual suffering is to simply end existence altogether. Jakku.
Are you even listening to yourself? Do you have any idea how much suffering you've caused?
A necessary sacrifice, and one that pales in comparison to that which mankind would inflict upon each other if it continued to exist.
You're mad.
Goodbye, General Erev.
Your Majesty?
Interesting. So you're capable of more than wielding a scepter?
This ends now.
No. No, it doesn't.
Gone. Damn it. Your Majesty. How did you...
I came as soon as I could. Let us head back to Greykeep. We have a lot to discuss.
The Throne Hall, the inviolable inner sanctum of Greykeep. Here lies Nortender's seat of power, the seat from which her sovereign strikes accords and passes judgment. There is a certain hush to the cavernous hall.
Now, will someone explain why we did not see this coming? You were supposed to monitor the Crescent for Tarth.
Again, as long as we don't know where the headquarters of the Crescent are, we can't monitor them. We can only tail the assassins who show up in public. If you're looking for someone to blame, maybe start with your Royal Army commander who betrayed you. If you hadn't punished him so harshly, he might not have played the petulant child and let the masked woman into the keep.
Maybe. Either way, it does not matter. If there is a silver lining to this incident, it is that it confirmed that the masked woman really is one of the corrupted.
Surprise, surprise.
We had to be certain. The question is, has your memory come back, Skadar? Were you able to identify the remaining two corrupted as well?
I think so. Partially, at least.
Partially?
Yes. The masked woman severed the connection before I could make out all the details. But I know that one is an Empyrean man on the border between Hallett and Windwall. the other in Windholm itself.
That doesn't tell us much. If we were to find another artifact with enough magical energy, could you search the tapestry again?
In theory, yes. Finding another artifact with sufficient energy, however, would take time. And with the Horde of Souls even more powerful now...
We would lose more time than we can afford.
In Windholm. That must be Arrakis.
I had the same thought.
If it's him, he's definitely not aware of his corruption. My brother and the rebels have been monitoring him ever since his rise. He has never mentioned the God of Light.
As I said, that doesn't mean anything. The corrupted contribute to Jakku in all kinds of different ways. And if Arrakis' purpose in this was to simply cause chaos, then he succeeded.
Agreed. Besides, it is well past time we dealt with him. Hailstone, you said the rebels are ready to perform the coup?
Aye, but we'll still need your help.
You will get it. All that matters is that you neutralize High Hierophant Arrakis as swiftly as possible. Tell us your plan.
As you wish. Under General Aerev's command and carrying no banners, the Wolfguard travels to and lays siege to Windholm. Arrakis will have no option but to send his troops out and confront us. While our armies clash, Malik and his people take up arms inside and blow up Arrakis' monument. Then, they use the ensuing confusion to deal with the remainder of the Windholm Guard, proceed into the castle, and capture Arrakis and the higher-ups. Once we've won, we push on into the city and take out any resistance left.
Why blow up the monument?
To cause confusion. Also, Malik always had a weak spot for symbolism. And it doesn't get any more symbolic than this, does it?
I agree.
What are you gonna do with Arrakis once we have him?
Like I told you, we throw him into a cell together with his bootlickers and then reinstate the prince and repair the damage.
I thought the Crown didn't want an open war. Even if we let the Company or the Blackstone rebels fight and the Wolfguard marches without a banner, won't Arrakis connect the dots and realize Northander is involved?
I hate to crush your deception fantasies, but he's probably figured that out already. A dark elven, dwarven and human army the size of the Wolfguard doesn't appear out of nowhere.
Vertarth is right. When the coup works, it does not matter what Arrakis thinks or feels anymore, as he will be reflecting on his mistakes in a dungeon.
And? If it fails?
We will not let it come to that.
Understood. I'll let you know when we march.
Music to my ears. And thank you, Your Majesty, for helping us.
It was necessary. Now, let us talk about the other matters.
Plenty of traitors pass through Hallett, and I'm sure there are several Empyreans among them. How are we supposed to tell this man from them?
Your Majesty, could he be?
My thoughts as well. Recently, a courier delivered an anonymous letter whose author requested a private audience with you, General Arev. He threatened that there would be consequences if we did not meet his demands. At first, we dismissed this as nonsense, until we were made aware of the fact that this man, who happens to be from Imperia, leads a considerable army of mercenaries. And just recently, they crossed the border to the Hallett province.
Wait, someone sailed all the way over from Imperia with an army at his back just to talk to the general? Who is this man, and what by Ellen does he want from us?
That is a good question. I was hoping General Arev could shed some light on the matter.
I cross paths with a lot of people in Imperia. It could be anyone.
Well, then we need to find out.
How well equipped are we to handle these mercenaries if push comes to shove?
Depends. I doubt that by consequences, this man means that he'll send them right into a siege of the Greykeep walls. If I had to make a guess, I'd say that he'll most likely send them towards a smaller town to cause mayhem, and then disappear before our army has a chance to catch up.
Hit and run. They can do a lot of damage that way before the Royal Army can catch them.
Not to mention that our troops have enough battles to fight already. We have to avoid a battle at all costs.
What do you want me to do?
You will attend the meeting, find out what he wants, and dissuade him from this madness.
What? But what if it's a trap?
It is a risk we must take. Also, the Wolfguard will observe the meeting from afar and intervene if necessary. The meeting is to take place in an abandoned mine in Hallett. We shall send a courier once you set out.
Well, then we know what we have to do. We'll help the rebels overthrow Arrakis, and then meet this man from Imperia and deal with him somehow.
Correct. If we manage to take them out of the equation, then there is only the masked woman left to deal with. And we will find her. Vertarth. What about the Temple of Light? And that archaeologist the Crescent was after? Murkal?
Still no clue about the temple, but we traced Merkel's movements to Everlight. We're doing all we can to find and bring him here as soon as possible.
Good. In the meantime, let us do what we can. General Aref, I have faith in you. Stop the corrupted before it is too late.